They called him Dust because he looked like he'd come from nowhere. His clothes were worn, his boots cracked at the soles, and a permanent smudge of ash streaked his cheek like war paint. Every morning, he'd sweep the front steps of an abandoned warehouse in the industrial district. No job, no permission, just a quiet ritual that made no sense to anyone watching. Most passed by without looking. Some laughed. Why clean something that's already falling apart? One man scoffed as he tossed an energy drink can into the gutter. Dust didn't answer. He just kept sweeping, slow, precise, like each stroke was revealing something hidden beneath the grime. No one knew where he came from. No ID. No records. Just a rusted locker in a shelter and a small, locked box he never let go of. He didn't beg, didn't speak much. But he was always watching, eyes scanning the world like it was a puzzle he'd already solved. Then came the whispers. A local scrap collector mentioned finding strange diagrams tucked inside gutted radios near the warehouse, schematics for something that looked futuristic. Weeks later, a street vendor's broken card reader suddenly began processing crypto payments. No one claimed credit. No one understood how. Except Dust. The teens who used to mock him started noticing odd things too. One morning, they found a beat-up tablet in a plastic bag outside their favorite hangout. It didn't power on until one of them whispered a number Dust had once mumbled. 2104. The screen lit up, revealing a maze of code and a locked interface with only 2 words. Asterisk, keep going. Asterisk. People started talking. Was he a former engineer? A spy? A fallen billionaire in disguise? Then the building he swept every day suddenly changed. New glass panels appeared overnight. The old steel doors were replaced with fingerprint scanners. Power cables ran underground to who knows where. The city claimed it was slated for demolition, yet no records of permits, construction crews, or transactions existed. Just one consistent detail. The man still swept the same steps, now in front of a building that glowed faintly at night. That's when an investigative journalist got involved. She tried to confront him, camera crew in tow. But Dust simply handed her a folded napkin before walking away. On it was a string of GPS coordinates and a single line. Asterisk, before diamonds shine, they're buried for a reason. Asterisk. The coordinates led to 5 locations, each one a forgotten ruin, an orphanage with sealed basement floors, a decommissioned data center with missing servers, a junkyard where cameras blinked without power. At every spot, she found fragments. Broken machines, shattered screens, burnt notebooks. But together, they formed something bigger. A network. A story. She went public with the findings. The story exploded across YouTube, Reddit, and tech podcasts. Asterisk, is Dust the mind behind the ghost network? Asterisk, viewers dug deeper. Tech insiders remembered a mysterious startup from years ago that vanished after a hostile buyout. Its rumored founder? Never confirmed. But someone had stolen their last prototype, a quantum-level AI chip too advanced for public release. And now, the same patterns were showing up. In grocery store software updates. In glitch-free street cameras. In school laptops that began correcting faulty educational models without warning. No fingerprints. Just the symbol of a fractured diamond etched into the code. And the man still sweeping. But everything changed one rainy afternoon when a government convoy pulled up beside the warehouse. Suits stepped out. Doors opened. Silence followed. Dust looked at them, nodded once, and walked inside, without a word. The doors locked behind him. No one saw him again. The city eventually sealed off the block. Private redevelopment, the sign said. But drones captured glimpses of something extraordinary, a massive underground structure, humming with energy. Blue light pulsed from the windows. People began calling it the core. The legend grew. Some said Dust was building the first independent digital society, a place where code protected the powerless and data could never be weaponized again. Others claimed he became part of the machine, merging with the AI he once created to protect it from ever being corrupted again. But the truth was found inside the locked box he left behind. The shelter worker, who cleaned out his locker, opened it weeks later. Inside, Neatly folded was a child's drawing of a diamond buried in the dirt. Below it, a photo of Dust, years younger, in a lab coat, smiling with people no one could identify. And finally, a note. Asterisk, I was never trying to be found. I was trying to make sure no one else gets buried for being brilliant. Asterisk. That day, people didn't just remember him. They became him. Coders launched anonymous mentorship channels. Disadvantaged students found free access to encrypted learning platforms. Engineers left behind rigid systems to build for something real, something human. Because Dust never needed fame. He needed the world to believe in becoming. To see that even the most broken, forgotten pieces, when pressured, tested, and refined, can transform into something untouchable. From dust to diamond. And maybe that journey was never meant to end with just him.